For the longest time, or as long as I can remember in Ontario, when you drive on a highway, there were signs that would light up and would have something about like, don't drink and drive. And there'd be a picture of a glass, just look like a Tupperware, whatever, a glass with a big X on it. Not Tupperware, like a...
It's like a drinking glass.
It looked like a drinking glass to me.
It's like a pint glass, probably.
Yeah, sure. But I didn't know that. I'm 6.
Sure.
So don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. I see this language everywhere. I see it on TV. I see it on posters. I see it every time we drive. And so I just believed that you shouldn't drink a beverage.
Any beverage.
Any beverage. Water, coffee, whatever it is. You shouldn't drink and drive because it's distracting. Obviously, to pick up something while you're trying to drive. I mean, it sounds silly, but like, I think I was just ahead of my game. Like, I was pretty smart there. I'm like,
okay.
So I swear, what feels like years of my childhood, I thought those were the rules. So one day I'm with my grandpa, and we stopped at Tim Hortons. How Canadian.
Very Canadian.
And he gets a coffee, and we go back and sit in the car. And he opens it. We start to drive, and then he goes to pick it up as he's driving. and I just look at him in shock, and I'm upset. And he goes, "What's wrong, Chrissy?" And I'm like, "You're not supposed to drink and drive." And he just starts laughing, like bursting out laughing. I mean, he doesn't even explain, first of all. So I'm there like feeling like he's breaking the law, and should I do something? Should I call someone? Is he in trouble? Am I in trouble?
He's a criminal.
He doesn't say anything. He just keeps laughing until we're eventually there. And I don't really remember how this concluded, but I think I asked a friend or someone later when I felt like less embarrassed, because I felt embarrassed in that situation, but I didn't know why. And then I learned it meant alcohol, and then I had to ask, what is alcohol?
Oh.
And that's when I learned what alcohol is. No. But it's just, I find that so interesting that messages that are all around you as kids, even though you may not understand the meaning, you can really internalize them if they're constantly like said to you.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for TikTok kids, right? Or any messages, that you may be hearing, words you think you understand, but there's another meaning that you don't have the capacity as a 6-year-old to understand drinking and driving. I don't know what that is yet, right? And no one was explaining it to me because I'm nowhere near driving.
Well, it's funny that no one then explained it. Like, they were okay with you just completely...
But I didn't know. I think I never told anyone or said, like, you're not allowed to drink water and drive, because then maybe they would have told me. I just honestly what felt like for years presumed that's what it meant.
Yeah. I guess it is a weird thing, like, when do you explain drugs and alcohol to your kids, right?
I needed to be explained when I was 6.
I guess so.